We've known Florida State's not very good, and now we know through 8 games that Clemson's really not that good either. But I still had fun watching this one. Clemson over Florida State 30-20. It was a lot closer than that. It was one of those crazy late score, last play of the game, throw the ball all over the field and give up the touchdown and the cover. Good news for me as Clemson again wins it 30-20. The Tigers are now 5-3 with still slim hopes of winning the ACC at 4-2. Florida State's 3-game winning streak comes to an end, but I've got a strange feeling coming from this game and watching it play out down the stretch that even though there are no moral victories, there shouldn't be moral victories, and certainly not at a place like Florida State, that this is just a freaking frustrating season. And Dabo Swinney's like red hot. His face is beet red the entire game, and he probably just took a big sigh of relief after the game that he didn't lose to Mike Norvell in Florida State, as opposed to Florida State, yes, frustrated. They had a late lead in the game with just a couple minutes left, that they didn't come out of Death Valley with a win because they should have. But this football team, this football program seems to be in such a better and different place than what they were just a few weeks ago. Again, they lose to Clemson 30-20. It was much closer than that if you watched the game. Lawrence Toafili may have pulled off the play of the game, the touchdown when he hauled in the pass reception down the right sideline and did a Michael Dyer national championship game move from 2010 as he vaulted off the tackler, the would-be tackler, kept his knee off the ground and sprinted down the sideline, barely stayed in bounds. That was the play of the game for Florida State as they took the lead at that point. And basically, the Florida State defensive line looked really good. I don't know how good it is compared to the Clemson offensive line, which has been atrocious in the undoing of this team. The quarterback play versus, well, it's not just the quarterback. DJ continues to falter, but the offensive line's bad. Plus, the wide receivers aren't doing much of a job either, dropping 5 and 6 passes per game. Not as many in this one, though. Will Shipley. It might be Will Shipley's offense at this point. It's not DJ's offense. Maybe it's Will Shipley's. Maybe they just ride him out the rest of the season, see how well they can do running him close to 30 times. Will Shipley in this one, 25 for 128, 2 touchdowns, and he was running like a man. He was not given much room to run. The freshman, highly regarded, highly touted, highly thought of, and talked about from scouts all over the place. But Dabo, even back in spring camp, really was high on Will Shipley, and now we see why. He's not just a talented back. He's a gamer. He's a gamer at a young age. Clemson wins its 32nd straight game at home in Death Valley. Other notes from this game. Again, DJ, there was so I'll point out one particular play. Third quarter play. He's got Justin Ross, one-on-one coverage to his right. So Justin Ross is an All-American. He's one of the best in the country. That's where you need to be looking first, unless you have a designed play set up, of course, for an individual. On the left side, the safety for Florida State was playing well to that side of the field. DJ didn't even look him off. Number one, just in terms of the territory that needed to be covered, it wasn't even close. Number two, on top of that, DJ stared him down the entire time. And then thirdly, he tried to fit it in anyway, and it was picked off by Amarian Cooper for Florida State. I'm just thinking, what was that? BT Potter missed 3 of 4 field goals and kept Florida State in the game. Jermaine Johnson of Florida State, of course, he's a man. He had the one enormous play in the game that almost won the game for Florida State 20-17. Late in the ball game, down 17-13. Just basically picked it right out of DJ's hand, picked it up, ran it in for a touchdown. Tyler Davis, though, with a huge sack late in the game on Jordan Travis. And again, Clemson survives this one 30-20. Wake Forest gets back into ACC play. They were technically in ACC play today because they played Duke, but it was like 42-0 at last check. So now Wake Forest is going to come down the stretch at 8-0, and their final 4 games of the season are serious. Clemson needs Wake to lose once. They've lost twice. They need North Carolina State to lose once. And they can win the division still. For Florida State, again, just a feel-good situation at 3-5, 2-3 in the conference. Look at what Florida's doing or not doing in Gainesville as they fall to 4-4. So topsy-turvy season. We've already seen Florida State defeat a team we didn't think in any way they could possibly beat in North Carolina. Almost upset Notre Dame. Lose to Jacksonville State. Almost beat Clemson, so who knows where Florida State's going to land, but I think they've got a good thing going. Jordan Travis has improved immensely as a quarterback. He is never going to be Peyton Manning or Tom Brady carving up, dissecting a defense, but the guy that we saw today is the guy that we're going to get. 14 of 22 for 176, no picks. That's huge. And, of course, he does it on the ground as well, although not much today. From Jordan Travis as Clemson really focused on him. So it was a combination of Clemson saying Jordan Travis is not going to beat us on the ground. And number two, they flat out got the athletes, unlike the rest of the defenses FSU has faced this year. Your thoughts on Florida State, your thoughts on Clemson. Of course, we're going to talk up Florida State football on our live show Wednesday at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. We invite you there. And, of course, we'll have Clemson content posted to our Clemson channel all week right here at the Voice of College Football. We'll see you tonight, Saturday night, call-in show after all the primetime games. Give us a call. Let us know what you think about college football week 9.